I want to feel your hair right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Oh, I'm barely breathing and breathing to that ground. But each and every time we all stand up, stop like to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's share it out. You must feel love, but not like by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall to be over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hair right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the souls that we're together. Can you feel my heartbeat? So take my hand to new tomorrow. Don't hold back and let it be. You give me strength and give me pain. To take the darkness, let's forget all in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Come, light up like Hibana.
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for whatever welcome we get. I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead and quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Gale Force! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Take this! It's over!
Pierce Evil!
Rising Falcon!
In here! Lancer!
Win!
I'll be saving this one!
Take this! Swallow Blade! My turn!
Any injuries?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Severing Wind!
Here! Thunderblast!
Rising Falcon!
It's a duel of the arts!
Take this! Severing Wind!
Lunar Corruption!
Flying Freeze!
Now! Zara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Right, here goes! This one's all mine!
I'll smash you!
All good.
such a
Demon
Do
Fang!
it!
You're mine!
Just back it out again! Mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Go for the weak point!
Denied!
In here!
Severing Wind!
Back from Death's Abyss!
Swallow Blade!
Bow
Here I come! Burn!
Resuscitation!
Take this!
Now! Lunar
Wind!
Corruption!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Wind!
Just the sun!
You're mine!
Lightning will rage now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
We're still standing. Barely.
What's this thing? That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I'm on it! Whirlwind!
Dance in
Here
the
I
wind!
come! It's
Leave
over!
her. I'll be
Rising
saving
Falcon!
this Light
You're
Astral
on!
Energy will pour where that came from! Thunderblast!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Carve through armor! I'll leave it to you!
I'm on it! Should've messed with me!
Rising Falcon!
Thank you. Let them
Try this! Infernal Turret!
I never miss!
Strike!
Sleep now.
Do it! You're mine!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
We should be able to cook here.
I won't forgive you!
Eat this! Take it! You're mine! Now try this! Infernal Turret! You're finished! Win!
Far enough!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Here I come!
Ready!
Rising Falcon! It's over! First strike! Great! My turn! Take this!
Just getting
Rising Falcon!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Right, here goes! You're mine! Win!
By the power of one!
Rising Falcon!
anything in armor is all
Swallow Blade!
Flawless flight!
I'm not done!
Now armor won't save you!
Here I come!
Raging! I've got this! Let a marksman handle it. Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Gotta break through! You picked the wrong fight! I'll run you through!
Now!
It's my turn!
Do it!
Swallow Blade!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Lunar Corruption!
Here I come!
Dance for the win! Nicely done.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Dragon Shell!
You're finished!
Lightning orbs! I
go!
never miss!
Here I
Dance in the
come!
wind!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Here I come! Swallow Blade! An astral art?
That's like you! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing
My
arm!
turn.
Like astral energy!
Win! I owe you one.
Big blast!
Don't get complacent.
Let's dispose of the trash. Not in your dreams!
Here I come! Win!
Dragon shell!
Rising Falcon!
I'm only getting raging storm!
Here I
More
come!
with that from
Win!
here!
My turn!
Powered hurricane!
Struck!
Steering
You picked the wrong fight!
Not in your dreams!
Win! Severing Wind! Onward and upward.
No backing down! Armor won't save you!
I'm on Double Demon Fang!
Thunder field!
Take this! Swallow Blade! You're finished!
Now! In the groove!
Now! You're mine! You're finished! Rising Falcon! You're mine! Swallow Blade!
I'm ready for the next battle. Out of our way! Raging cascade!
Here I come! Crumble!
In here!
Rising Falcon! You're finished! Here I come! Swallow Blade! Try this! First strike! Infernal Torrent! It's over! My turn!
Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
I won't forgive you! Raging cascade!
Pieces!
Here's the evil! This way.
Severing
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
You're finished!
Just getting
Now!
Aim for the weak!
Frozen!
hammer! I'm practically unstoppable. This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife here.
I know, and it all looks freaking delicious too!
Who said anything about eating them?
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do. Get lost!
Here I come!
Confiscated!
No
I
escape!
can carve through armor!
It's over!
Dance in the wind!
Are those rocks and skin?
Rising Falcon!
All finished, you hear it? Hit him
Do
with
it!
a hook smoke!
Shion! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Try harder!
Raging
Come on! I'm not this one's all mine! Burn!
I'll be saving
did it!
while it lasted.
Now!
Here, let me help.
My turn! Win!
Really owe you one.
You're mine!
Rip and tear!
Rising Falcon! Win!
Storm!
You're
Where that
finished!
came from?
Stardust!
Shattering the
Dance in
pieces!
the wind! Light Astrolator's lightning condemned!
You're ready to dance!
All
Another
finished, you
arrow.
hear it now!
Glimmer Flash! Now! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Well then, let's keep moving.
No choice!
Take it!
You're
I
mine!
never miss!
I'm not done!
Light Astrolator's
Demon
win!
Swallow Blade!
Lunar
This
Cloud!
one's all mine!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Not a
Lunar
chance!
Corruption!
Mirage!
I'm on a roll now!
Thunder Field! Mega
Win!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
It's on!
You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
You're finished!
Confiscated! Mega Red!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Whirlwind
Swallow
Smash!
Blade!
Dance in the
I'm
wind!
not done!
Sleep now!
Dragon Shout!
Take this!
Freaking does it! Far enough!
I owe you one!
Dust to dust!
We did it! Not a chance! Severing Wind! You're mine! First strike! Take this!
I'll end you!
I never miss!
Double Demon
What's
Fang!
this?
Not a chance!
Thunderblade! Glacial Spear!
Rising Falcon!
Don't get careless.
Gotta break through! Take
Here
this!
I go!
Severing Wind! You're mine! Rising Falcon! Win! It's over! Strike!
First strike!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine! It's over!
Here!
You're mine! Onward and upward.
No backing down!
Not today!
I'm on it! Ready to go!
You're finished!
I'll smash you! What's
Raging
this?
Cascade!
Severing Wind! My turn!
Arch Damage!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Glacial
Severing
Spear!
Wind!
Here's the
Here
Here
I come!
Freeze Lancer! Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Go no further!
Double D! This one's all mine!
Tear you apart!
It's over!
I'm just
Rising
getting started!
Falcon! Here I come! Double Demon Fang! It's over! First strike!
Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Now!
One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm just getting started!
Double Demon Fang! Severing Wind!
Do it! Seems about right to me.
No
Ready and
choice!
raring!
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Take this! Severing Wind! Here I come! Rising Falcon! Slide it! You're mine! I'm not done!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Here I come!
Chinese
It's
Missile!
over!
Raging Cascade!
What's this?
Do it!
Win!
Air thrust! I'm ready for the next battle. Let's dispose of the trash.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Shell! It's
Lightning
over!
Orb!
Now you see what I can do!
You're
I'm in
mine!
the groove!
Thunderblast! Cover the
Rising
blaster!
Falcon! You're
Lightning
mine!
Condense!
Swallow Blade!
Lunar Corruption!
Double Demon Fang! Severing
Now,
Fist Work! All mine!
who wants to die next?
Talon
You're
Hurricane!
mine!
Eagle! I'll finish you here and now!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that? From what I hear, that thing can stop even a cannonball.
On second thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere.
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zeugle.
An invisible Zeugle?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
Forgive you!
Hold my lord!
I never miss!
Go dance! Severing wind!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
I'll have to take my revenge on Dan!
What did they just say?
We're not finished! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner shielded! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Not a chance! Its armor's too strong!
Now!
Be my guest!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not a chance!
This is it!
You're finished!
I'm trying
You're
mine!
You're mine!
Primed and ready!
You're going!
Astral energy! Full throttle! wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Gotta break through! Carve through one! You'll get it!
Never miss!
I won't show you any mercy! Take this! It's over!
Do it! Denied!
My turn! Your mark! Strike!
Take the wind!
You'll get it!
Air thrust! Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
Way.
Take this! For my life!
Here goes!
I'll run you through the wind!
Not on my watch!
Like
You think that shield will save you?
It's almost too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest! It's over!
Feel annihilation! Leave the top pile!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane! Wind after
Rising Falcon!
It does it!
Do it! Take this!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
You know, the more I think about it...
Little help! You all!
Bring him down!
Thank you.
I'll punch that gun out of your head!
Feel
Listen!
Denied!
Armor won't save
Everyone hanging in there?
Hi, Hoodle!
Fight the war! Strike! Ignite!
Shining Supernova!
I'm going in!
Bring him down! I'll bring you back from death now.
That's almost too strong!
From death
Be my guest!
I'll bring you back from death Precipitation! That's my cue!
Shut him down! You're mine! You're finished!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! Here to the wind! Go! In here!
These fists have got your name on them!
We're not finished!
Now!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! There's always room for improvement.
What's this thing?
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
No backing down!
Engaging!
Fire support!
Severing wind!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Rising falcon!
I'm on it!
More for the stockpile.
Step back! This one's all law!
Gotta break through!
Now you'll learn!
This one's mine.
I can carve through armor!
Lunar corruption.
By the power!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the
My
wind.
turn! Here I come! Here I come!
I need to be stronger. Out of our way!
Here I come! Oh my lord! Severing wind!
No evil can stand a peace!
Denied!
By
Rising falcon!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Let me help.
Take this!
I'll finish you here and now!
Eagle wind!
Anything over is all mine!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shield.
Go no further!
Now you see what I can do!
I'm not first strike! Wind!
Tempest radiant.
I really don't give a
Eat this! Damn it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now! Take this! You're mine!
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
Right.
Right.
Lost!
Now you'll learn!
Lunar corruption. We have to learn. You'll pay for what you did. I'll be saving you. Here's the law magic. Bring it here. More for the stockpile. I'll heal you all. More where that came from.
Severing wind! You're mine!
Thunder field.
Anything in order is all
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
what I can do!
Strike!
Lean down! Now!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
My turn!
Annihilation!
Not today!
Back into the
Network in the groove!
Do it!
Rising Star!
More for the...
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Right, here goes!
Bring him down!
Demon Fang!
Rip and
You're mine! It's over! Rising Falcon!
Engage! Fall back! Fire
It's over!
Mission!
You're finished!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Everyone hanging in there? Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for, but
This isn't enough to go on.
I can carve through walls!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Confiscated!
Hold that! Far enough!
Take this! Blinding focus!
I'm ready for the next battle. Lost! You got spirit! Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Friend! Dance to the wind!
For my lord!
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not a chance! Crumble!
That's my cue! Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
No choice! Now you'll learn!
I can carve through walls!
Double demon fang!
Take it!
Nothing gets by me!
Do it! Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
Backing down!
Bring it down! Frozen!
Hammer!
My turn! You're mine! Take this! Go for it!
Everyone hanging in there? Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it.
opponent like this should be easy.
Yeah, you seem like you do!
It's over!
Here's the flame of fury! Strike! Great lock! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Take this! I can feel my power growing!
Even if Dahnans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still care about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope, Kisara.
He's gone! Not today! Solo game! Engage! Far enough!
I'm all started! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Take this!
It's almost too strong! Be my guest!
Take this! I'm just getting started! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
It's done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go!
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave!
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother! And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage! Lightning condemned! Go for the weak point!
Here I come! Swallow dance!
Whoa, you alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Harder!
Such a failure.
Stay away from my friends!
Glacial Spear! Here's
You're
evil!
mine!
Just what the doctor
Severing
on
wind!
my watch! Freeze laser!
Here I come!
Lightning condemned!
You're finished!
I'll bring you
It's
back from
over.
death's abyss!
Severing wind! Mirage!
Resuscitation! Lightning
It
orb!
vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Mega with the wind! In here!
Outside! Severing wind! Double demon fang!
Mega ray!
Not a chance!
Let me help!
Oh, no!
Both parts there!
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
In here!
It's too much.
Take this! I owe you.
Now I'm in the groove! I'm ready!
Thanks.
More where that came from!
Take this!
Here's evil!
You're finished!
Hit!
You're mine!
I'm ready!
You're mine! You're
Where are
finished!
you going? Dance in the wind!
Ignite!
Here's a healing arc!
Take this!
First
It's
aid!
over!
Not on my watch!
Time to let it rip! Here I come! I'm not done!
Denied!
Lunar blast! Indeed! Where
You're
that came
mine!
from! Here's a healing arc!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! First aid! Storm! Tempest Whirl! Gravity!
Take this! Blow away!
Rigwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Will this help?
There!
Temp healing circle! Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down.
Double demon fang! You're mine!
Thunderblade! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Photon blast! Lightning
Here I
orb!
come! You're
Thunderblade!
finished! Double demon fang!
It's weakened!
You're mine! This ends now!
Thunder the healing arc!
Ha!
I can handle it!
First strike!
Raging cascade! Recover! More for the stockpile! Radiant! Rise and red! Where that came from? Will this help?
You're mine! I'll tear you apart!
I'm on a roll now! Now!
Double demon!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing fang! No chance!
Demon's Flame! Reload!
First strike! Now! You're mine!
Now you see what I can do! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Where are you going? Lightning Condemned! Thunder! Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
I'm
Gemini Aqua!
Severing Wind!
Eagle Fly!
Storm! Ignite!
Lightning Condemned! Glacial
Take it!
Spear! Here's
It's
evil!
over!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance
My
to the
turn!
wind!
Severing Wind! Storm! You're mine!
More for the
Rising
stockpile!
Falcon! Hurricane! An astral art?
That's my cue! Lunar Blast!
Shut him down!
Crazy Cascade! Let me help! Dance in the wind! Air
Severing
Blast!
Wind!
Eagle Fly! Lightning Condemned!
Double demon fang! Hurricane!
Freeze
I'll smash you! Try harder!
That move!
See what
Here
happened
comes the
there
big
if you
one.
crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
gets by me.
Healing!
That's
Eat this! Thanks!
Cannon! Flame of
Eagle
Death!
Fly!
Wind confiscated!
I'll tear you. Almost there. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
I'm on it! Talon
Here's
take
my
it!
sword!
Burn!
My armor!
Try this! I'm on it! Express it! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Double demon fang!
Where are you going?
Talon hurricane!
Demon Flame!
Severing Wind!
Glacial
Rising
Spear!
Falcon!
Here's evil!
Dragon
Freeze Lancer! Flame of Lightning Orb! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Here's a healing
I
arc!
can carve through armor.
Here
Now,
I go!
can't kill you
Kisara!
forever!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship! Ridiculous! Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahak Sar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go to Mahak Sar, Ganeth Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting
Just a... What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cyslodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Dahnans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going, I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess.
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got...
Looks like it's to go. Take care of Zare for me. All right, Lagiel?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Dahnan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elde Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldaman Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? The outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renan than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that moment was truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renan hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renans wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
I think Hootle senses something.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
opponent like this should be easy.
Why not?
I'll run you through! This one's all mine! Here it comes! Here I come!
Eagle assault! Take it!
Rising Falcon! Win!
Rolling snap! You are...
As soon as I'm done here, I'll come help out.
The heavens must be smiling.
That enemy looks strong.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Ready?
Burn it down! Come one, come all!
Here goes! Don't mind if I do.
Double Demon
Do it!
Fang! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
My turn.
Lunar blast!
Crush!
Thunder
Swallow
Blade!
Hand! Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
You're
Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! My fists are crushing it out there!
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
Right, here goes!
I'll smash you!
Just watch it! Take this! It's on!
Can't be there!
Win! Rising Falcon!
Flame of Steel!
Swallow Blade!
Burning Strike!
We are freaking invincible!
Falcon and the others truly are strong! What about me?
Here I come!
Nothing gets by me! Lunar Corruption!
Take this!
Far enough!
Lightning
Take
Orb!
this!
Laser Blast!
I'm
Do
not
it!
done! You're finished!
Spread!
We're in good form!
A fish! You saw it too.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Hup. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. Yeah! I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That flapper was a true fighter.
There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
Where should I cast my line? Oh, we've got a lively one. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training, too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I'm not sure who an airborne target is. Here I come! Glacial spear! Mind freeze! What
can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Come and face me!
Don't mind if I do.
I'm not done!
Anything in
Do
armor
it!
is good.
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
I'm not done!
You hear it now!
Rising Falcon! Slash! You're finished!
Light astral energy!
Take this!
Radiant,
Double
do it!
demon!
Eagle assault!
Any injuries?
All right. There's nowhere to run from my art.
When he slows down, that's our chance! I'm not
It's
done!
like trying to keep up with a wall.
You require
Razor Cyclone!
In a bind?
I'm not done!
I'm impressed.
Now we're now in the groove.
Freeze Lancer!
Rising Falcon!
Dance in the
Double
wind!
demon fang!
Here
Here I come!
Reload! Get out of there with the excited! Gravitas field!
Take this! I'm not no further! You're
Radiant,
finished!
look here!
Double demon fang! Severing wind!
Lightning
Take this! Rising Falcon! You're finished!
Prepare to be sealed.
Take this! No further! Double demon fang!
By the power of water! Raging cascade! Mega ray!
Soda! You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Air
All
thrust!
good things
Do
prepare to
it!
be sealed. Hey! Blow them away!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
Let's refrain from losing. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Take this!
Glacial Spear, Airborne Beam. My special.
Hey, when did I get so
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you truly. Arch Field!
What's this?
Don't mind if I do.
It's over!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Glacial Spear.
No!
Evil.
Here I come!
I never miss.
Thrust!
Air thrust.
Come on!
Lightning
Do it!
attack.
Rising Falcon!
Blow them away!
Now!
Raging Temptation.
Wind! I'll tear you apart! Stardust!
Dance in the wind.
Rising Falcon!
Frozen.
Hammer!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Let's dispose of the trash.
You're mine!
Mega Ray.
It's over!
Lightning Condemn.
You're mine!
Won't save you!
Thunder Blade.
This one's all mine! Whip! I'll take you all off!
I'll heal you all.
Got flyers!
I've got it. Let a marksman handle it.
I'm sorry to be a problem.
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
Yes, ma'am. Milky Blade here!
Actually, that sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk on more doing.
I can't lay a finger on you!
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn! First escape! You're mine!
Away!
Rising
Our
Falcon!
exit coming through. Confiscating.
Watch it! Watch it!
Here I come!
Annihilation.
I'll tear you apart!
Breaking sword.
It's over!
Now.
Hey! Blow them away!
Here's a healing arc.
Now! Take this! It's over! It's done! No escape! Eat this! Here I come!
Smash you!
I'm not done!
Far enough!
Do it. Freeze.
We can really make weapons with this?
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Right, here goes! I'm like bait to this.
You're mine!
It's over! Take this! Howling Hurricane!
You're mine!
Watch it!
Shivering Wind!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come!
Here's evil!
Swallow Blade!
I'll be saving Graceland!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
You're mine!
Corruption! Tempest
Here I come!
I will let you out! One at a time!
All yours, Kisara!
Here's a healing arc!
No!
This one's
You're
mine!
mine!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow
Lightning
it!
Falcon!
Now, this is more
One flash!
anything like it!
I'll heal you all! I never miss!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done
You're
that.
mine!
Glacial
Ready to
Spear!
go.
Here's the evil!
I can carve through armor! I'm on it!
Do it!
Dohalim! All yours, Kisara!
Will this help?
My turn! Take this!
Raging Healing
Here I
Circle!
come!
I owe you one.
Did you just join?
Yes.
In a
I made
bind?
you, remember?
Right.
Eagle
Don't
Fly!
mind if I do! Radiant Pierce! Light and
Here I
now!
come! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
There's always room for improvement.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Not today!
Denied!
Daring Flame! Lightning
Take
Orb!
this!
Lightning
It's over! Double Demon Fang!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
You got company!
This one's all mine!
Thunderblade! That's my cue!
Do it!
Shut him down! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
That's what I like to hear.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I can carve through armor!
Take this!
Where are you going?
I'm not done! Severing Wind! Searing Gale! You're mine!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Rising Falcon! You're mine! Try harder! My turn!
No! I won't give in!
Double Demon Fang!
Ready to go!
This one's all mine! Lewis, get up! Swallow Blade!
I'll tear you apart!
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Do it! Kisara! All yours, Kisara! Beat this! I'll finish you here and now! Here you go!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
You know, Law, watching you really makes me realize.
Makes you realize what?
Whoa, think get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
This one's all mine!
Already on!
In here!
You're mine!
Sword!
Not today!
Now we're never. Armor won't save you!
Strike! Do it! Double Demon!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
more Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
No backing down!
Where are you going?
Dragon Win!
Here I go.
Rising Falcon!
Here.
Take this!
I'm surrounded!
No further!
Do it.
It's over!
Feel astral energy. Full throttle.
No!
Radiant ready to go.
This one's all mine!
Flame of fury.
You picked the wrong fight! Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Hi, Noodle. You won't. Art expert coming through.
You're mine!
Thank you.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I dear.
Nope, that'd be silly.
All finish you here and now.
I'll finish you
Here I
later.
come! Double Demon Fang! Severing Wind! Sona!
A banana. Let's go.
Lord, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
My turn! You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
It's over!
Lightning quick.
I'm on it! Good!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
A victory for the ages.
Out of our way.
Take this! Burn in hell!
They got me
Severing
flamed!
Wind! Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer. This one's mine.
Go away!
Chinese
You're mine!
Now.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Not a chance!
I'm on it!
Radiant Flow.
Double Demon Fang! Here I come!
Annihilation.
Take this!
Who wants to die
In a
next?
bind?
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Eat this!
Radiant
Now I'm
Flow.
Imperial's all mine!
Flawless fight.
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Take right. It's over.
Here I
Lightning
come!
orb.
Shattering
You're on!
Lightning again.
I'm not done!
This fist has got your name on it!
Thunderblast. You're mine.
Do it! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara!
Lightning
My turn!
again.
Now you see what I can do!
It's over!
Thunderblade.
Any injuries?
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang! Win!
Mega Ray.
What's this?
By the power
Rising
of
Falcon!
Horde.
Eagle's Eye!
This one's mine.
Win!
Raging Cascade. Arch Field. Spread.
It's over!
Fury. This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
My turn! It's on!
Not in your dreams. Mega Ray.
I'm ready! Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got you!
Well done.
Here I come! Eat dirt! Now I can let loose!
Eagle Assault!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
can't get out of this!
Double demon strike!
Talon Hurricane! Far enough! Lightning confetti! Thunderblast! I hope this is mechanically approved.
Double demon strike! Severing wind!
Hurricane!
Rising tear!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Swallow dance! The healing arc!
You're mine!
There you are! Talon Hurricane! In here!
Stardust!
Let's get you out of the way!
You're mine!
Swallow
Double
dance!
demon strike! Severing wind!
You do it!
Missile!
Demons descend! Flashing bang! Easy! Way to go!
Rising
This
focus!
mine!
Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Switch! Stop!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Phew, what a rush. What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
You're mine!
Now you see what I can do! Radiant Force Shield! Whirlwind Snap!
Double demon fang!
That's freaking justice! I hope this thing is
You're finished!
confiscated!
You're mine!
Do it!
Thanks.
Blow them away!
They've got me surrounded.
Not today!
Take this! I'm on it!
Lightning
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Take this!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With this, I can become even stronger.